Alright guys, we're back with more shifter related shenanigans. Right here I have the Superpin from Dieselgeek. Today, the day that I'm filming this, is the day I actually put out the other video with all the shifter stuff. And so far, so great with that. It feels so good. If you don't know what video I'm talking about, I'll link it at the end of this video. It'll be down here or something. But there it is. This is the Superpin. The pin in the car right now is plastic and just not good. I watched the video. I'll link that down in the description if you want to watch the video from the guy, Dieselgeek, that actually makes this stuff. And basically, the pin in the car, I guess, is plastic and junk, and the left to right feel in the car, the numbness and squishiness of that is caused by that pin. So this is a simple, very simple replacement once you get to it. What we're gonna have to do, and I just dropped the washer because I cut a hole in the bag. We're gonna have to take apart the majority of the center console and down below, I guess the dash, the center console, all that stuff. We're gonna get the camera set up in the car and take that out. My buddy, subscriber here actually, Drew Boggs, shout out to him. He's been sending me, we've been emailing and this and that, but he sent me a DIY to take that stuff off to assist me in doing this actually. So shout out to him, awesome fella. I'm sure he'll be commenting on this video. But yeah, I'm gonna pull that up on the laptop, get the camera set up, and we'll just start pulling stuff apart. Hopefully I won't have to disconnect the battery, but I don't see why I would. There's electrical connectors behind the HVAC controls, and I guess the e-brake down there. Hey, let's do it. Alright, we're in the car here. Excuse me for being a douchebag. It is super freaking bright right now. The sun's literally coming straight at my face. So I'm gonna wear my sunglasses so I can see. We're gonna start here on the dash. I don't know how, I'm gonna set the camera up somewhat good here so you guys can see, but right now I'm just gonna focus on pulling the trim here around the HVAC. Now, you're gonna pop open your guy right here and get your finger right under this one, directly under this one, and directly under this one. You can kind of feel where your finger is going to go, and you'll pop and pop. I should have had a camera on for that one, but there we go. One more pop, one more. It says to put your finger in here and kind of pull down. You got it. First trim piece is off. You can look at the back and see all the clips. All right, next step is to get this shifter trim up. So you're gonna do the same thing. You got one right here. And the whole thing came up. Sweet. Now after that, it says take your trim tool and get it down into this side and this side and pry that up, and then this whole cubby piece will slide out. I'm gonna try and do this as best as I can on camera. Getting this side, it took me a while. So with this trim piece, I have this kind of like angled bit guy. You're gonna get it in this crack right here, not all the way over here, in between the trim of this. So right here in this crack. I was trying to pry it down below. Don't do that. Get in here and pry. Like I kind of just pushed on this, like in between up there. Sorry, it's getting fuzzy. And I do have this side up. Okay, well I did have this side up, so I guess I get to do it again. Oh, you see that? Boom, I slid it in there. This side is up. I'm gonna have to like hold it. I'm gonna stick another trim piece in there in the meantime. Or another trim tool. So I got that in there. Sweet, I'm glad I got this on camera for you guys. Okay, boom. So, I didn't have to have one holding that side, so there you go. Now there should be a connector behind here for the USB and the audio. If you do wish to take this connector off, where my thumbnail is right now, excuse my long nails, where I'm pressing down, you're gonna have to probably use a pick of some sort and hold it down pretty tight and it'll slide right out. The other connector on there, this other one's just a regular old clip. Sorry it won't focus, but I used a a pick on this one too, and it popped right out the back. Next up, we got two T15s. You're gonna take them out and set them to the side. We're not really doing anything crazy. It's just to pull these off to the side. Then we're gonna take a trim tool along the bottom down here and pop out the sides. All right, this part is gonna be kind of difficult to explain, but bear with me. So if you have like one of these red trim sets, you got angled ones and this and that. This one with the 2-prong is really stiff. This side kind of like really has some play to it. If you wanna like really get into some popping stuff, this is what you're gonna use. So I'm on the driver's side of the car right now. And I put my head down, I'm looking towards the passenger. Looking towards the passenger, I'm looking at this trim piece, okay? So imagine, you know, where my hand is, this is up against the dash and stuff over here. So I started, oh, damn it.
Testing. System ready.
Car lights just went off. So I started up here, I popped this one, I came around, popped this one, went down, popped this one, and then all along, this goes all along past your start button, past your e-brake. If you have the electronic e-brake, it goes by that all the way back to the 12-volt cigarette lighter thing. Once I did the very back one, this whole thing popped out. It might not pop out for you because of this crevice here. Hi, Michelle. Because of this crevice here, it goes up to one of the T15s that you took out is right here. This guy. Mine just like literally popped out. I'm gonna try and record this other side for you, but that side of my car is up against the garage wall, so I can't even open up my door fully. But I will figure this out to show you. But this needs to come out. Then the other side. Then you got 2 screws down in here, and then I think 2 more up here, and the whole thing lifts out. We're gonna learn today. Alright, me looking at the camera right now, it looks pretty dark, but hopefully it's better for you guys. So we're gonna start on this top portion, like I said, on the other side. Feel that first one. Just after that one, you'll go to the bottom. Kind of got my fingers in there. There we go. From there to the next one. From there it's easy. You just go all the way back. Once you start getting them, you can get this tool straight up in there and then just kind of twist it, and then with your fingers on the outside, like kind of pull with your fingers and stick this up there and twist, and it just pop, pop, pop. And it's hard to do with me like hanging over this backwards. My wrist doesn't like to turn that way, so it makes it a little more difficult. But trust me, it's easy once you get the hang of it. You see that was the very back one, and it caused this whole thing to shake. So I'm gonna lift it from the back, kind of wiggle, boom, comes right out. That took entirely way too long for me to set up and record to do all this. It's really actually simple. You get the T15 out, you kind of wiggle this a little bit, and like I said, you start from the top, and you just pop them all the way back. You can kind of see here where they all clip in, and there along the sides where they go in. Okay, but next you take out, as you see, mine's a little dirty, excuse my dirt. You'll pull this. There should be a screw in here that's okay, that's missing. Cool. I've never taken this out before, so I don't know why it would be. And you got a little tab down here for this one. Pull that out. And there's not a screw for that one either. Cool. Guess my car missed those in the production line. I'm gonna have to put some screws in there. That could be why I'm getting some weird vibrations in here. Well, anyway, if you do have them, take them out. Next up is these 2 T15s. They are literally the exact same as the other ones, so you don't need to keep them separate. They're literally the exact same as these ones up here. I don't know about those down there because I don't have them, but I'm assuming they're all the same. Alright guys, once all your screws are out up there, screws are out in here, your trim pieces are off, okay. Hand goes in here. You take your hand, handy dandy hand, you're putting your fingers right under these, like this trim piece right here, it's going to go right there. So I got my 2 fingers. There's kind of like a thing. I'm literally gripping right here, all right, and I'm pulling, you know, towards me, towards the camera. So maybe a little bit more back. Okay, you see, it kind of took me 2 hands, kind of fingers here, fingers here. Now this whole thing is loose. It really took some strength. It really did. Then you're gonna do the same thing to this corner, and we're gonna go through, disconnect this, disconnect this, disconnect this, disconnect this, whatever. Any sensors that you have, basically, when you lift this up a little bit, you're gonna have to go behind them with your pick and disconnect everything. This is the DIY I'm going off of. It will be linked below, but he goes through and kind of shows like where it is on some connectors and stuff. Really, it's just common sense. You find the tab, squeeze the tab, and pull it out. Alright, I didn't record too much of just this because there was no way I could do that on camera. So there's a tab right here. Like if this whole thing doesn't want to lift up, there's a tab that can get stuck right here, and the same place on the other side. I got my trim tool in. You can see this little gap where my finger's going in, and sat on both sides. You'll have to pry it and get it over the clip. After that, I kind of just snuck my hand in there and got the connector for the ignition, which I believe, which is just a couple of these cables back here. They all come off easy. Sorry, the lighting's so shitty. So I got that one, and this one was just all one, I believe. And I stuffed the shift boot down in. I lifted everything up, and then at that point, once you get the shift boot through and you can lift this thing up, you can turn it over. From here, you can undo your e-brake. I'm about to do the cigarette lighter here. See how this works. I'm not even sure. No, well, I can't do it with one hand, but you get my drift. After that, this whole thing, I should be able to get out, and we can get to that pin. All right, next up. Okay, now you got this whole thing out. Right, this is still dangling. Now, this whole assembly, this whole thing, including the armrest, all of this is one piece. It's going to come out. We got to take out the HVAC, okay? And see, there's a pin here. If you don't have nails, you probably need a pick to get it. Pin on the other side. This whole thing should wiggle itself out. Oh no, there's 2 more pins. Pin there, pin here. Alright, we should. Again, another thing that I can't really do with one hand, but I'll get it out of here. Alright, usually these red clips are down in their home position. I'm going to pull the red clips up, and then you should be able to press and release these babies. Boom. Once you pull the red tabs out, this is your tab. So you'll squeeze on this and give it a good yank. This one especially is pretty hard to do because it's just how large it is. But now you got that out of the way. Alright, this is another trim panel. This is the lower one now. Looking down here, it goes way low and it kind of overlaps down in here. You can kind of see the line in the fabric where it went. So there's one T25 or a T15, just like the other ones. So far, they've all been the same exact screw. You undo that one, and you're really just going to yank on it. Like it's just, you can see this monster clip that's on it. One stuck on it, one did not. I just yanked the shit out of it, and it came right off. So we'll do that for the other side as well. All right, guys, we are almost there. You got this one, and this one that's behind the your climate control. Then you got another one right here on each side. This was behind that other panel. If you're looking up, boom, it's down here. And they're literally all the same screws, so you can't lose them. All right, now you move to the back of the car. We have to take this off to access, and then we're going to take the vents out, and another airway for this vent, and then there should be 2 bolts down here, and then we'll have to move the seats up, and there's more T15s like on the side down here, and after that this whole thing should lift up and pull out. So if you haven't done to unlock your armrest yet, this is how you would get in there. You'll get your fingers into these tabs, give her a little rippy dink, and this whole assembly comes out. It's easy. Okay. Grab onto the vent down there, pull it straight towards the back of the car. This will be what's going up to the vent. This part is on the floor. It literally just slides towards you. And if we take a look down there, we have these two, they look like T25s. So we'll get those out and we'll move the seats forward and then get the other T15s that are on the side of this. Once again, you're going to grab your little scribe, you're going to pop open this door here and take out the screw. Alright, these two are both a T30, and then this side one, there's one on each side. Everything we're doing is basically symmetrical except for the electrical connectors. Okay, so you can see, get my knee out of the way, you can see this little metal bracket. This was under the carpet here. So remember that, it's going to be kind of a hard pull, but you got this nice metal grip here. I just pulled it up out of the carpet. Now I'm going to try and set the camera up to show you guys how I'm going to pull this thing out. I still am going to have to put this through the slot, but I believe you just lift and kind of pull back real slightly. There's, once you, I can't, it's hard for me to get light and do camera stuff at the same time, but you can look in there and see where this whole thing kind of slides into place. And once you get an idea of how things slide into place up there, it's going to make it easier for you back here to lift and pull it out. So let's give it a shot. It's about as best as I can get it for you for now. I guess my hand, yeah, it shows that. Okay. We're just lifting. Kind of gonna wiggle things. I'm pulling. Boom. You see the clips right up here where the HVAC goes. They kind of just popped out, and now dust just fucking went everywhere. Now it's kind of stuck between the seats. I'm gonna have to move the seats back because they're way far. You have to move your seats all the way forward as they can go and tilt them up to get to the T30s that are on the side back here. So we're gonna move the seats back, and then this whole piece will come out. Right now it's kind of sandwiched because of the way the thigh portions are, and the light shuts off, so good timing. Okay, now we're back, and you can see how much I moved the seats back to give enough room. This is literally, with my feet as far back as I can go, I have like half an inch between my knees. So bring your seats pretty far back. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna lift. I'm gonna have to get in the way of the camera, but I'm gonna grab my hand in the middle kind of support area up there. Of course, now it's stuck on the shifter. Bring that down. This would be so much better with a friend. All my friends are busy. My girlfriend's doing girlfriend stuff. Yeah. Rise up. Good. Uh-oh. Don't like that sound. Holy shit. Oh yeah, I broke a tab here for the HVAC. Damn it. Well, if that's the only thing that I broke, I'm not that upset. Wow. What a pain. And of course, I lay it here on my phone. I didn't even realize it. Yep, definitely bring a friend if you can for this. 110%. Bring a friend. From here, I'm just kind of winging it. So this is the connection for the HVAC. It connects right here. I just pulled it towards the back of the car and then twisted it off and laid it to the side. You got this little connection here. This has your cigarette lighter and your e-brake cable to it. So I'm just going to set it right here. And now I got to figure out how to get this this box off around the shifter, and then from there we can install the Superpin and shim the thing and get a little Dremel action and throw a zip tie on, and we'll be done. Done. Alright, next up, you see these two tabs in there. I put my scribe in there, bent those babies out, pulled this baby right off. That's going to unveil what looks like some 8mm guys right there. You got this T looking guy. There's screws on either side. Down below, it's smaller than my T15, so I'm gonna figure out what size that is. Unscrew those. This guy should pop out. We'll undo those, and then I'm hoping at that point this whole plastic assembly will remove, and then from there we can do this shifter pin. All right, this is the big T guy we were just looking at. There's one on either side. Boom. Once you take this out, you will have access to the back ones. 10mm, 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 and now this thing should lift up. Alright, so what we just loosened up, that box, I lifted it up over the shifter here. It was kind of a pain in the ass. I didn't really realize there was an electrical connector. That little guy right there, I would definitely disconnect that. There's like a big wiring loom on the other side, but it doesn't, those ones have stretch. This one really doesn't. I'm going to disconnect that. Sorry, I was a little down. That little brown guy right there. And then you can see that little yellow pin and this big pin over here. This is where the super pin is going to go. And in this back one, we're going to cut a slit, put a zip tie through to tighten onto that. And in this whole white assembly, we're going to lift up, shove some business cards under there to tighten it up, because this whole white piece moves. What you guys need to do before you go ahead and do this, go to Dieselgeek's website. Oh gosh, there we get the light. Go to Dieselgeek's website and watch what he does, how he explains it. He's the one that made all this. This is not like some Chinese company that just threw these parts out there. This is a guy that engineered all this shit to make it work. So go to the website, click on the Superpin link, and then watch all the videos under there before you buy it or whatever. I'm not going to sit here and try and explain how I figured it out or what does what. I'm just going to do it. So go there, watch his shit. Let's continue. Alright, next up, we're actually going to do the pin. So you're going to get some pliers, you're going to grab onto these and push the pin out the other side, and we'll replace it with the Dieselgeek pin, and you're going to need a Phillips for that, to get the screw into the other side there. I apologize for the shitty lighting in here, guys. There ain't too much I can do. Oh, look at that. It popped right out. Awesome. We're gonna grab the Dieselgeek pin. They actually gave me an extra washer, so that's cool. I'm actually not gonna put it in yet. I'm gonna take some pictures of the pin versus the new one. Holy fuck. This is good. Like, the shifter assembly isn't like bolted down, so everything's like kind of loosey-goosey, but just like holding it still and going through the gears. Oh my god. I am not shitting you guys. This is fucking ridiculous. Focus in, come on. Wild. I'll just show you. Really, I don't know how much a video is going to do it justice, but just like, this is neutral, and it's just taking the whole box with it. Like, holy shit. When you go, say, into gear, like, there is no, like, this is moving the whole box, but like, there is no, put your car into gear before you do this and feel like how much the shifter moves back and forth. It's not moving anymore. If you have it neutral and you just barely touch the shifter, it has like a good 1/2 to 3/4 inches of play before it actually like moves the cables left and right. That's gone. It's all gone. Like, if you're moving the shifter, like, you're moving it. Like, there's no, okay, I'm gonna move it a little bit and then it's gonna move. No. This is crazy. I don't even know if I want to do the rest of the stiffening of this, because this is pretty fucking stiff. But I also don't want to regret it and not do it later in time. So I'm gonna go ahead and shim the bottom of this, see how that feels, and if that feels good, then I'll probably just leave it. I probably won't do the cutting and zip tie thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about at this point, go to Dieselgeek's site, click on the pin, the super pin, and then scroll down a little bit and watch the videos. Pause me, go watch those, come back, and be like, oh, okay, that's what this dude's talking about. Holy cow. I'm sorry this video is so long too, but Jesus Christ, this is crazy. Alright, well, don't go off my recommendation. Watch those videos, see what you think about shimming the ball and doing the next pin up from the super pin. That requires you dremeling and using a zip tie to kind of clamp over something similar to that pin that we just replaced. To me, I just put some of it back on. I'm going to put the bolts down and then kind of row through the gears here and see how it feels. If it feels like I could tighten up a little bit more to my liking, I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to. I think the super pin is going to be more than enough for my taste. It's definitely going to take some getting used to it. Being I've had a sloppy Volkswagen shifter since 2013, or no, since when did I get my Jetta? 2010, 2011. We got to graduate 2011. So I've been dealing with this pretty much this same shifter for 8 years now. So for me to go through and do this kind of stuff, there goes my lights again. It's definitely huge. So I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Maybe I'll go back and shim the ball at like 100,000 miles to see if it really makes a difference. After taking this stuff off, it really wasn't that bad, and I don't have to make a second video showing how to take it off again, because I already did it. And that's literally what's taken me so long, is talking to, like, I'll do it and then undo it and then record it and try and show you guys each and every step. I hope you guys appreciate that. I'm gonna put this partially back together. My girlfriend's inside waiting for me to cook dinner. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. We still have to do laundry, pack our bags. We gotta leave town early tomorrow, drive to Texas. We're getting a plane to Vegas. We're going to Vegas for the next 4 days. So I still need to get this all together tonight and go for a nice spirited drive. So I'm gonna get in here, cook up some steak, hang out with my girl. She's feeling a little sick too. We were in Minnesota last weekend. It was like negatives a billion, so you can hear it in my voice too, probably. Anyway, if there's anything that I feel that needs to be re-explained, installing stuff, I will go over that. Obviously, you'll see how long this video is, and I'm going to wait until probably Wednesday next week to finish editing this video to let you guys know how it's felt over the next couple of days. But if you don't hear from me from then, I mean, the reinstallation should go the same way that you took it off, same order. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. What's up, guys? It's been about 6 days with it so far. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I just did the super pin and the ball shim. I left this second pin with the zip tie mod thing. I didn't do that. Shout out to Shop That for this new hat. It's sick. But I'm loving it. You guys need to go watch those videos after this or during this if you already did, whatever, and then buy it. It's on, as of right now, it's on back order. I actually emailed the guy today from Dieselgeek, and he said he had a huge spike in super pin orders since I ordered mine last week, and I've been hyping it up ever since I did it. There's a lot of new guys on the channel actually, so hi to you guys. A lot of people have been waiting for this video, so I hope you guys like it. You got any questions, let me know. I'm gonna put the link to the pin and the link that Drew sent me, the PDF, so you guys can kind of go through that if you want. And it doesn't show you exactly how to do the pin, but it does show a little closer look on the panels. Stay tuned this Monday. I just got my tie roll sport dead set front subframe dead set kit in, so I'm doing that tomorrow, and that video will be up Monday. I'm going for alignment this weekend, but you guys can see my puppy. All you new guys say, oh, look here, yeah, it's my boy. His name's Jay-Z, after the two Jay-Z. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you hit a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the flip-flop.